Would you like to tell them anything?
We got engaged.
Or show them anything? Look at that. You see that? Hold on. Let me just, hold up.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it for that long. It's just too heavy.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Dude, we did it.
It's
we
the
did
ring that has been
we
on
did it.
Pinterest boards.
We did it. Lil Chad, you said one of these days, man. You said one of these days that you were going to marry an absolute freaking smoke show. And you did it, homie. You did it, homie. You did it, homie. You did it, homie.
Fun fact, Chad cried in his car because he thought he was gonna die alone, so he
Every freaking celeb crush that you had growing up on the movies had brown hair. Look what you did. Look what you did. I told Caroline that I was gonna marry her 2 weeks into dating.
This is true.
I told her.
At a festival.
Yep, and I told her I'm gonna marry you, and I'm gonna marry you twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna marry you in the Philippines, I'm gonna marry you in Nebraska. Guess what's happening? We just booked our wedding video in the Philippines. How many days ago?
14?
Not
less
even.
than that.
Less
10?
than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's happening. It's happening.
Well, it's happening. I'm putting the wedding together. He's showing up.
100%. 100%.
He's just there for the food and the vibe.
This is, this is what happens.
I brought him on one wedding planning call and he got so overwhelmed and tried to take over all of it. And I'm like, you're not coming to a single one of these meetings ever again. You are just wearing this suit and you are showing up.
Caroline gets the ring. Caroline gets to put together the wedding the exact way that she wants to. And men, you buy yourself a watch. This is what you do.
This is true.
This is what you do. She doesn't buy you the watch. You buy yourself a watch. And you wear it every single day and say, this is my engagement watch.
That did happen.
That did happen. Anyways, also highly recommend finding the one and then telling her that you're gonna marry her 2 weeks into dating. Highly recommend, 10 out of 10 recommend that. Did you believe me?
Yeah.
Hell yes, you did. About a year ago.
It was not a year ago. No, we tried on rings 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I got it just over a year ago. Got the ring just over a year ago from a jeweler in Dubai. Mm-hmm. Exactly the way that Caroline really asked for it, as she wanted the pair, she wanted a thin band. You can get a thin band to make the stone look bigger. You can also add a hidden halo. I can put in some of the photos of the design. That process was really cool. I added in a hidden halo to raise it up a little bit, but also we studded the hidden halo, which was my touch. Mm-hmm. She knew she wanted the band. You weren't sure if you wanted the band studded or not.
Yeah, we went and tried them on and we had such an amazing dude at, I think it's called Sky Diamonds here in Las Vegas. I forget his name, but he was amazing in just explaining what color, cut, clarity, all of the things. And I
had no idea what any of this meant until that, so shout out to
me neither.
Yeah.
But I got to try all of them on and I gave him just enough that he would have something that I loved, but still be able to make it his own. Because when we went in there, he's like, oh, I really like the oval. And I'm like, no, that is not it.
How'd I do? Scale 1 to 10.
12. I just sit here and I stare at it often. I feel so self-actualized as a fiance.
Love that for us.
My favorite era.
Love that for us. It's the best.
It is the best. They say nothing changes, but everything
changed. We can do whatever we want because we're getting married now. We can do whatever we want. The world is ours. We can do whatever we want. I'm telling you. It's like your dreams are really cool, but now it's like double the dream. We get to create a dream, which means we have double the firepower in everything and anything that we want to do.
Literally firepower, because he's a Leo and I'm a Sagittarius.
Bang, 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 bang. The best part of this whole process, honestly, was asking for the blessing. I actually don't know if that's the best. The best part of the pre-process was asking for the blessing. I was so nervous. I had no idea how I wanted to do this. Your parents, no. We went to, actually, I haven't told you this. We went to your parents' place in June. And the right opportunity to ask for the blessing just really never came. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have the right opportunity. But all of us were together the whole time.
I knew you were going to ask on that trip. And because my mom and I had talked about it, and the very last day, mom and I talked, and she's like, he hasn't asked him yet. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I'm damn happy that I didn't freaking ask now.
Well, I knew.
Your mom would freaking spoil the cheese.
I know
she almost did spoil it.
I know.
We'll talk about that in a second, but that didn't happen on that trip, and I'm really happy that it didn't happen on that trip. That was meant to be, because it was way more secretive the way that I did it, because her parents came here.
It was the best weekend ever.
For a weekend.
Yeah.
It was a really good weekend, and I decided to sneak out at like 7 a.m.
He's like, I'm gonna go train at 7 a.m. and I'm like,
so that was the
I'm
text that she woke
sleeping.
up to, but it was, I left so early because your parents had to leave early for their flight, and I walked in, and your dad had no idea. I was like, hey, when are you guys leaving? Cool, I'm gonna stop by. And as soon as he made eye contact with me, I think we both knew what was coming as we were going up the elevator. It was a really awkward trip up to the elevator because I had to like make something up. I was like, hey man, like I have something real important to say. You guys are the freaking best. I'm super grateful for you guys. This weekend's been amazing. You guys do so much for me. And I had to like drag that all the way up the elevator. I meant every word, but it was awkward.
Yeah.
Because I think he knew what was coming. And then we went into the room. And
he's kind of the king of like being okay with that. My dad's also a salesman and has been for like 40 years, so he is the king of not making pauses and things like that awkward. He just like makes it happen, you know?
Same.
Yeah, exactly. So it works out really well between them.
It does work out really well. We went into the room, asked for the blessing to both mom and dad. And it was until afterwards that I realized, oh, you just typically do it with the dad. I'm like, well, that's lame.
Yeah, I bet my mom really appreciated
I want
that.
mom and dad together. It was great. Cried because I was like, I love Caroline so much. This is so awesome. And I said yes, and it was great. Yeah, it was really wholesome. It was fantastic. Called Dylan. Shout out to Dylan. Just put a picture of his face right here. I was like, dude, how do you ask for the blessing? I literally called him. I was like, how do you ask for the blessing? He's like, man, all I did was FaceTime her parents and show them the ring. And I was like, well, that's easy. So I went and showed them the ring. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm a woman and I don't have to figure that out.
And I told them it was gonna happen at this end of the year trip in December on this cruise, going to Europe. It's your birthday, it's Christmas, it's everything. It's your dad's birthday. What better opportunity to do it at? But the whole time going in this trip, I knew that you knew it would happen at this trip. Because like, why would it not happen at this trip?
I was gonna be so pissed if it didn't happen on this trip. Like actually, the longer it got into the trip, I like knew that you were waiting for my birthday, but it kept like not happening on these like really just like amazing days. So if my birthday ended and it didn't happen, I don't even know. I would have been like actually pissed.
I had a game plan the whole time. I was like, I did a really good job of keeping it a secret. Typically, I'm super, super excited about things.
And he always spills the beans way too early.
Yeah, but this time I did a really good job. Because I was like, I'm not gonna do it in front of a big crowd. I'm not gonna do it when we're on the tour.
No.
It's gonna be low key, it's gonna be discreet, it has to be a beautiful background. That's where I started to give it away a little bit. That's where I started to give it away.
Okay, you started to give it away because
I knew I wanted a beautiful background, and I knew that the background had to involve water. That was my vision. It had to involve water, and like not everywhere we went to had bodies of water right behind us. So like I knew that I was like fiending for that. And when we went to the island of Crete, I'm like, it's an island. There's going to be water here, and like it's your birthday. It's happening on this day. It was not my original intention to do it on your birthday. That's just how the trip mapped out. And so the night before, I go into Camby's room, her sister, and I'm like, she knew it.
Yeah.
I have something to tell you. She's like, she knew it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you have the most important job ever. Like, you're taking the photos. You're taking the engagement photos.
Yeah.
Funniest thing, I had her and her best friend drop down on one knee, and I'm like, this is the angle that you want. I took it on the phone, and they're like, this is what I need from you tomorrow. And so they were behind it, but nobody else knew.
Yeah.
Tell them about the day of Crete. How, like, starting with the freaking Zumba.
No, it started with, do you remember that selfie that I took of us on the stairs on the way to Crete?
Yep.
That was I know I'm getting engaged today, so I'm taking the photo in the morning. And he was like, why did you take a selfie? And I'm like, it's my birthday. Like, no, it's because I knew I was getting engaged that day. So that's why I took a selfie.
The whole time I'm in the bus ride too, like I'm wearing pants that like are fitting. And so if I sit down, it's like you can see this freaking stone. So I had my hands in my pockets.
He's like, oh, my hands are cold.
My hands are cold. I'm like, I could not take my hands out of my pocket because there's no way I'm gonna let Caroline feel this against my leg or see it against my leg.
Yeah, not that I was like inspecting.
Yeah, no,
pockets.
but still, I was nervous all day. My anxiety was through the roof.
Yeah.
All day.
So
I kept my hand in my pocket for like probably 3 straight hours.
The entire bus ride.
Yeah, and off of it. And off of it. I didn't do a single step outside of the bus without a hand in my pocket.
I mean,
because I was like, nobody's gonna steal this thing.
True.
I had to cover it the whole time.
Yeah. So because we went somewhere before. We went to that monastery with all the cats. Yeah, and there were so many cats I cried.
Oh my God,
I loved
what
them.
a great start to your day.
And I bought some balsamic, and I'm like, this is the best birthday ever. I bought some spices for meat and potatoes, and I was like, fuck, this is all that I need today.
We ran into a public Zumba class as well in the middle of Hanya, which was fantastic, electric. We all danced.
Yeah.
And then we went and got Greek coffee for the first time.
Yes.
And they gave you a mug.
They did.
Just because you're pretty, no other reason.
literally, that was it. Just because I wanted to take pictures with my coffee by the water.
So the day got better?
It did. It just kept getting better. And then...
This is where I almost gave it up, man. Because I was just like, we need to find a beach. I was like, we need to find a beach.
And he probably said it like 8 times. And I was like, hey babe, I just like don't think there's a beach here. I just love you, but like there's just no beach here.
And we're all squatted up. Your parents are not with us.
But they walked by.
They walked by.
And I like kind of knew that it was going to come. And I'm like, are you guys sure you don't want to hang out with us? And like everyone tried to get them to stay. And my dad was like, no, see you later.
But Kat and Riley had no idea this was happening. Only Canby and Carson did.
Right.
And so Kat and Riley were like, hey, should we go shopping now? And then Canby was like, no, you know, let's walk around a little bit more. And then if it wasn't for your parents going and walking that direction, I would have never thought to go in that direction. I'm like, let's see what's around this corner.
Mm-hmm.
So we go around this corner, and I think we could start putting in some photos here to like show where we were. We go around this corner and boom, all of a sudden there's this white, like lit up heart structure. And I go, holy shit. In my head, I'm like, holy shit, this is happening. And Canby's like, Caroline, you have to take a photo there. Caroline just immediately runs to it. You were the first one in that.
Because I had a Pinterest board of photos that we were taking. Because we did like the whole thing way too many times. Of just like the basic cute little smiling thing. So I like spent the last 2 days putting together a Pinterest board of different pose ideas, which ended up being really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 recommend doing that, by the way.
And then Chad like gave them the camera and stuff and was getting them all set up. And then said like, hey, bring your phone over, pick out the pose that we're going to do. And his heart is fucking racing.
Yeah, because I'm like, Caroline, what pose are we doing? And I'm like,
and I'm like, are you good? Like, literally, because you were like trying to calm your heart rate down. So you're like,
my heart rate was at least 100 beats per minute all the way into that, and then it went to 200.
Yeah, after we did that, like the pose photo, which you like weren't even trying.
After we did the pose photo,
because he was just like, all right, let's just get this over.
And then what did I say?
Let's do one more.
And that's
we haven't done this one yet.
Yep, and that's where I hit the pose.
And that's where I blacked out.
It was smooth. I'll give myself credit. It was smooth. I was nervous as shit. I said something nice.
You did.
I said something nice. You don't remember it. Nope.
You started with I love you.
Yeah. And at one point you said, did you think I was going to say no? And I'm like, no, I just wanted you to say yes.
Well, that's why I was like, so like, what is the alternative?
And then we started laughing. It was the best moment ever.
Yeah.
Of our entire lives.
He got down on one knee. He started with, I love you. And then like everything's gone. But then he said, will you marry me? And then like it all came back after that. But like the whole middle part, do you remember it?
Yeah. This is the best moment of my life. It's the greatest freaking accomplishment of my entire existence. Literally, nothing matters more than this. This is amazing. This is like destiny and mission fulfilled. This is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what you grow up dreaming for and dreaming of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend getting engaged to the love of your life. It's really cool.
My sisters are already so pissed because they're like, there's no way that our future husbands are topping this engagement. They're like, I already am so pissed at them because like, there's no way you're getting better than this.
Yeah, and you know, no matter who you are and where you are watching this video, this is the standard for your life. Hey, don't watch this video and just leave and oh my gosh, that was so cute. Set the freaking standard for your engagement day to be this good. And these photos to be this good. Holy shit, your sister crushed it. The funniest part about it,
90% of them were out of focus.
Yeah, like out of focus, blurry, like the lighting was off. And because like when you hold the camera, just and at some point the camera slows down and starts going
yeah,
because it gets tired.
Yeah.
But fortunately the like 1 in every 3 or 4 was prime.
Exactly what we wanted.
Exactly what we wanted.
I know, we get to plan a wedding.
This wedding's gonna be amazing. The wedding video, they're not even ready for that. The vlogs that we're gonna film in the Philippines, unreal. And guys, don't worry, we still have Europe vlogs coming out. We got them coming for y'all, but we wanted to put out this video first. That's it, we're engaged.
1/1/26.
See you there, just kidding.
Virtually.
You might be invited to the wedding party though, if you're really cool. So you see a little cute little invitation in your address, it's from us.